any tips on like how people show up, like, you know, like if in interviews, like I just want to talk about interview preparation. Let's say you coach a lot of people for the remote interview. Any things that you've kind of coached people on how to prep for like an upcoming interview?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a ton of different stuff that I could spit out on like what you should do. Now, I think the main part of this is, again, having the mindset that you need to connect with the person because they're going to hire who it is that they like. So the research that you do, which you have to do quite a bit of research, and I totally recommend that, it's just as important doing it for the person as it is the company. And because you need to establish a connection with that person.
Right.
And it's not creepy.
Yeah.
You could even do like some kind of back of the pocket type stuff, right? Like, for example, if you find someone's Facebook or Instagram and you kind of go back in their pictures and you find out that they have a certain type of dog or something like that.
Yeah.
You also have a dog. One of the things you could bring up on the interview is how much you love your dog. You don't need to say, how's your dog? But you can find a way to segue in the conversation, something personal. So that all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, I have a dog too. Like, what's your dog's name? And all of a sudden you have a natural, organic flow to the conversation about dogs, which whoever has a dog, like, they always love talking about their dogs. There's not one person 100%. I know. Yeah. Not one person I know that is a dog lover that has a dog that doesn't love talking about their dogs. So you find little, like what I'd call Easter eggs, find little Easter eggs about that person, find little Easter eggs about the company, and bring those things up throughout the interview. And the interview again it's a mutual thing. A lot of people mistake the fact that an interview is one-sided. It's not just for the company to evaluate you. It is for you to evaluate, is this actually the place that you want to work? So that 100%. should be very apparent in the way that you ask your questions. That should be very apparent in the research that you've done. And you have to ask questions those answers are not easily available online. And that's why I like to stick to, when you ask people questions, you stick to asking them questions that are opinion-based, but you're using facts about the industry, you're using facts about the company that show that you've done research as well.
Yeah, no, I've actually done something on the tech side of things. So here's a quick hack that I coach people on. So if it's a tech company, if you go to the software developer section, and if you look at that role of a software developer, they actually give out information on what they're building next, because they're trying to hire this software developer to build like the next feature. So, one a really quick way that I used to research companies is like, I used to like, okay, what are they looking to build next? What kind of things that they're looking for? So, because you can bring that up to in your advantage that, hey, you'd researched really the company in a very different way.
Yeah, I love that. So like, hey, I saw that you're hiring for this role, and this role. It's, this project was mentioned in all of those roles. Like, what do you guys see will be the major benefit of that? Like, you could definitely go into that. Another thing is Glassdoor. Now, Glassdoor, in some cases, this doesn't happen in every situation, but in some cases you can go on there and actually find interview questions, like legitimate interview questions. So that's a good one too.
Yeah. So, I mean, it seems like this is a part 2 of the podcast, kind of going into the interview mindset, what to do, preparation to interview, in the interview, and after the interview. That's a whole another entire course, and you've got that in the course too. So we'll definitely make that available for people in the description here. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We will sure to come back with more exciting videos on Agile topics.